It's March the 3rd, and a force of warships is steaming across the North Sea. Constant watch is kept for enemy aircraft and submarines. The lookouts are, if anything, even more intent than usual, because this is no normal routine patrol. It's an operation. Below decks, there are not only seamen, but soldiers. Men picked for their physique and initiative, their dash and enterprise. Men brought to the peak of military efficiency by long and intensive training. We have also on board Norwegian soldiers and sailors, and in high spirits too, for they're bound for their home country, Norway, to strike at the enemy in occupation. As we arrive off the Norwegian coast, the captains and their navigators are constantly checking positions, making sure that their ships arrive at exactly the right spot at exactly the right time. Our job is to destroy the German fish oil plants on the Lofoten Islands, attacking at 4 different points. All troops landing simultaneously at dawn. The surprise is complete. Every detail was worked out beforehand, and in a matter of minutes, all the vantage points are in our possession. Every road guarded, every key building in our hands. A temporary headquarters is established, from which the whole operation is controlled. The sappers are already laying the fuses in the oil refinery, and at the signal, and that's Hitler's cod liver oil going up instead of down. Stacks of barrels of the precious liquid, vital for the Nazi war machine, are broken open and tipped into the harbor. Other parties have different work to do. The rounding up of Germans and quislings and marching them off for interrogation. Meanwhile, food and comforts are brought ashore for the Norwegians, and the news spreads throughout the port that there's a chance to volunteer for service with the Allied forces.
Venner, vi kommet hit, landsmenn og engelskmenn. Alle som vil være med til Storbritannia for å kjempe for Norges frihet, må gjøre seg klar til å gå om bord.
At intervals during the forenoon, there are great explosions as factories and oil tanks are demolished. But in each case, the charges are so arranged that no damage is done to private property. This was Hitler's property. By now, the quays are crowded with Norwegian patriots, their bags packed and farewells taken. And all there is left to do is to send a last important telegram. Herr Hitler, reference your last speech. I thought you said that whenever British troops land on the continent of Europe, German soldiers will face them. Well, where are they? Here they are, blindfolded. For we don't propose to allow the enemy, even as prisoners, to see our latest developments. last staggering explosion shakes the harbor. And then, with all the Germans and Quislings in our hands, the factories so vital to Germany destroyed, and our boats packed with volunteers, we push off from the coast and begin the journey back to our ships. We left behind in Lofoten many we would willingly have had with us, but their time will come. The raid on the islands brought to these Norwegians a chance to choose between freedom and Hitler's so-called New Order. What they felt at being once more in the company of free men can be seen on their faces.